Hi guys, welcome to our first ElevateMeFIT challenge.
So excited.
We're very excited. So this is going to be an upper body strength building challenge. It's something we have struggled with throughout the years.
Yes.
And that is probably the most requested thing that we hear is people want to know, how do I build my upper body strength? Because for a lot of the moves that we do on the trapeze, you need that. You need that upper body strength. So we've put together some flows and some moves and videos that we're excited to share with you to kind of help you along the way in building that strength. So it's 2 weeks.
It is a short challenge, so you want to do as much as you can during these 2 weeks. And you're going to be a little sore, and that's okay. Just push through it.
That means you're building muscle.
Yes. So we're going to measure progress on 3 basic moves. So we're going to be doing negative pull-ups, push-ups, so on the trapeze, and then inverted rows.
Yes.
So we're going to start by kind of going over each move and then showing modifications so that everybody can do this.
Yes.
Beginners to advanced. We're going to show you ways that you can measure where you're starting. And then hopefully you can move up from there.
So let's go over some modifications so you can see for each move different variations that you can do that work for you.
Okay.
So Heather's going to get on the trapeze and we're going to work through them. So the first move we're going to show you is the negative pull-up. So we'll start with our basic pull-up. She's going to grab those top handles. She's going to hop up, hold, and she's going to slowly lower back down, really concentrating on that negative, that lowering down. So this really is the goal, is to get into this negative pull-up, and it's hard.
Making sure you pull those elbows into your side, try and hold, and then lower slow.
Yes. So a modification for that would be hopping up with one leg. So just to hop up, hold.
Well, if you can.
If you can, sorry, if you can. If not, it's just a hop up and down. Yeah, hop up and down.
Trying to slow yourself on the way back down as much as you can.
Yeah.
That little pause, that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So if that is too hard, or if you are struggling with some shoulder issues, we have some that we do more on the ground. So grabbing those middle handles, lowering down to the ground. All right, and you're right underneath your anchor points, okay? So you'll start with your feet actually tucked up under you. Pull yourself up, and then again, concentrating on that negative, she's gonna bring her feet out and then lower herself from there. So that's another way to do it. Bring your feet in, pull up, out, lower yourself down. Now, if that's too hard, you can, same thing, feet tucked under, pull yourself up, keep your feet there for support, and then lower yourself down from there. And so it's just kind of building that progression of the arm strength. And so that's one of the ways that you're going to be able to measure your progress depending on when you start, whether or not you need to use one of the modifications. And it could be that you start with some hop-ups or the actual negative pull-up. Maybe you can do one. You're like, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go down to the ground. I'm going to finish off this round on the ground.
Yep.
So the next one are going to be our flying push-ups.
Yes.
So grabbing the longest handles, sliding these clips down to support your arm, and you're going to walk back just a little bit. And so the farther back you are, the harder it's going to be, making sure that your core is tight, your tushy is tucked under, you're nice and straight and strong. She's going to then lower down, only to 90 degrees, not too far back, and then push back up. Lower down slow, hold, and push back up. And you can see, I mean, she's shaking. We're always going to be shaking because you figure it's working your core, it's working everything to stabilize you.
Yes.
So if that is too hard to start, you can walk farther forward. So the farther forward you go, the easier. But again, really concentrating on keeping that body straight and tight, and lowering down slow and coming back up. Now, if that also is still, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm shaking around, that's just a little too much, you can drop down to your knees. Same thing. You're gonna wanna keep your back straight, everything tucked in, keeping that form good, coming out and pushing back up. So that would be, those are the 3 levels of progression that we see to build that upper body strength. But really concentrating on your form and making sure your form is right. If you're doing any move and you are, you know, butts up or you're coming forward or things, don't do that. Find something that you've got that nice proper form.
Yes.
All right, so then for the inverted rows, your start right underneath your anchor point. She's gonna bend her knees. She's gonna sit and roll back and straighten those arms, keeping her body nice and straight and in a line, kind of like an elevated plank position. Feet are pointed down. And now she's gonna pull herself up, squeezing those shoulder blades together and lowering down slow. And again, it's also concentrating on that negative, pulling up, slowly lowering down.
Yeah, you want to work both directions.
Now, if that is just too hard, she could walk her feet back farther, standing up a little bit straighter. And same thing, but just keeping the body straight, keeping everything strong, really concentrating on your form when you're doing that.
Okay.
And that's about the only modification for those.
Yeah, just walk it up a little bit.
Exactly, and you'll find as you get stronger that you can start walking your feet farther forward, coming down lower, doing more reps, and just really feeling those muscles building. So, yeah,
good. So now that you have all the moves down, figure out where you're going to start with each move. The next step would be going to our baseline video. So you're going to want to watch that and track your numbers. And we're going to do the same. We're going to
you're going to do it in real time video time with us.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a timer, and 30 seconds, we're going to see how many of each move we can do and whether or not we needed a modification.
Right. Yeah, so do that, and then on Monday, the challenge is going to start.
Our first video's coming out.
Our first video, and you're going to do that as many times as you can throughout the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
And we really want you guys to share any pictures, videos. You can tag us at ElevateMeFIT Challenge.
Yes.
Send us videos and pictures. We want to encourage each other, help each other.
And watch on Instagram. So we tend to do some stories. They're going to go live. So I think throughout the challenge, we'll go live. We're going to test ourselves and see where we're at. And maybe you could do it along with us, and we can encourage each other and help each other and get strong together.
All right.
Yeah. We will see you in the first video and on Instagram. Have fun.